This video is sponsored by Wing Technology, your ultimate flight sim hardware solution, featuring the Orion hull test, current and future configurations.
Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing very well. For today's valued viewer request, we have from Rajesh BT. Make a video on embarking AI. Now my parents always taught me to say please when I'm asking for something and put a question mark on it. But I'm going to go and do it. We're going to look at disembarking and embarking AI troops onto a helicopter. And this is going to work if the helicopter is controlled by AI or if the helicopter is controlled by us, the client. So let's go and get it done. We are on the Caucasus here. The only units we've got in are just props. They won't actually do anything and they'll just make it look nice. All credit goes to Iron Wolf, who is our mission editor expert for this, by the way. First, let's put in someone to transport. So, ground unit group. Let's go and put them over near this FARP area that we've created. Put them there. They're going to be called Ground 1. So just remember that. And they are going to be whatever troops you want. M1 Grand, why not? And let's make a few of them, shall we? There we go, 7 of them. Next, let's go and make the helicopter to pick them up in. So, helicopter group, put it there. Make it something, make it a Huey. Make it, yeah, veteran AI, that's fine. Make it start from the ground hot. Next, we're going to do this in as most logical order as we can. Whenever you're using the mission editor, just try and think like a machine. Try and work on that kind of logic. And that's how I've best found to get the mission editor to work properly for you. So, first, what does the machine want to know? It wants to know who's going to be picked up, and you have to do it in this order. I want ground 1 to be picked up, associated to their initial starting point, waypoint 0 you could call it. We're going to add a waypoint action. Under perform task, we're going to have embark to transport. We're going to move embark to transport wherever you want them to be picked up. So in the middle of this FARP area. And then we can adjust the radius of this circle of the catchment area. So 99 feet, bit bigger, 150 feet. Let's try that. So the helicopter to pick these guys up has to be within that catchment area. Next, in the logical order of things, the helicopter wants to move. So this helicopter, I'm going to add a waypoint. I'm going to add it near the FARP, but not in it. So the waypoint there, just outside of the catchment area. When he gets there, I want him to embark those troops, of which there is a catchment area already created. So associated with waypoint 1, add waypoint actions. Under perform task, action, embarking. Where do I want that embarking? I want it within that catchment area, right there. Who do I want to load on board? Ground 1, add. That uses 7 of the available 14 seats on the Huey helicopter. Next, let's create a new waypoint. Where do we want to take these guys to? Add new waypoint to the Scooby Cross. Drop them off there. What do we want to do when we get to waypoint 1? Associated with waypoint 2. We add a waypoint action. Add. Perform task. Disembarking. Who do you want to disembark? You might have multiple groups on there. I want to disembark ground 1. Add. That will free up 7 seats and will give me 14 seats remaining after that. Note, do not move the little triangle here. Always leave it where it is. If you move the little triangle away on the disembarking, it seems to go wrong, or at least it just goes past what I can understand. So make sure you leave that there. Okay, after that, go off over here, land, and have lunch. Next, on the logical order of things, now that the troops have been disembarked, what do they want to do? So again, we're following the order of what's going to happen. Well, the troops, once they've been disembarked, want to add a new waypoint. They want to go, I don't know, next to these silos. And then they want to go off to war there and do some fighting or loving or whatever you want them to do. Okay, that's that. Super simple. Let's go and watch it through and check I've got it right. I won't even bother saving it. Watch it go. Speed it up because no one wants to sit here for ages. All working so far. It's going to move to the embarkation point. Let's have a bit of coding to do that. Although I suppose it is just an SFM at that point, but still quite cool, I think. Oh, hey, do you see what he did? He killed some of the troops.
Nice.
Okay. Well, there's a lesson to be learned there.
Still going to get in now, I guess.
There's a serious lesson to be learned there. Be careful where you put your embarkation point, because I put it right in the middle of that zone, which is, of course, where the troops are going to be. So, there you go. Clever. Right, only 6 seats are used up on the plus side. And off he goes to Sukumi Cross. Off they go. They're going to march on to waypoint 1. Look, off they go. We'll go and see them. So helicopter's now off to have his lunch. And the boys are marching off to waypoint 1, then waypoint 2. That's it. Now, here's the cool thing about it. If I go quit, if I wanted to change that all around so that a human helicopter can do it, all you've got to do, actually, is just go to this helicopter here and go client. All of the coding otherwise is exactly the same. I'm not going to go through the whole thing and fly the whole thing because it's going to take 10 minutes, but I'm just going to show you roughly how to do it. We will get into the zone where we need to pick them up, as we saw before. Then we will press Communications menu. Communications menu, I will press F7 for airborne troops. There's nothing here at the moment because I'm not in a valid zone. But if I was in the embarking zone, I would have embark and or disembark. I would click embark. Then I would choose the group that I wanted to embark. I think it was ground 1. I would click on them and then they would get in. Then I will go and fly over to Sukumi Cross, land in the middle of Sukumi Cross, bring this up again, press disembark, choose which of the groups are on my helicopter, because like I said, there may be multiple groups on my helicopter, and they'll disembark, and then I can fly off. So, in summary, that shows how to, with an AI helicopter or a player helicopter, how we can embark and disembark multiple groups of troops up to a capacity without using the CTLD add-on. I hope you enjoyed that and see you later.